The square root of 2 times square root of 4 times square root of 8 times square root of 16 is what? So here we can write it as square root of, we know that square root of a times b equal to square root of a times square root of b when a and b are positive. Here you say, okay, inside that it is 2 times square root of 2 times square root of 4 times square root of 8 times square root of 16. If we apply square root of ab equals square root of a times b, we can use it here. It will be square root of 2 times square root of 4 times square root of 8 and so on. If we use it again, it will be square root of 2 times square root of 4 times square root of 8 times so on. So the first one is 2 to the power of 1 over 2. We know that the square root of x is x to the power of 1 over 2. And for example, square root of x is x to the power of 1 over 2 squared, and so on. So the first one is this, next one is 4 to the power of 1 over 2 squared, the next one is 8 to the power of 1 over 2 cubed, and so on. The next thing, if you want to apply here, we can say, okay, the first one is 2 to the power of 1 over 2. The next one, 4 is 2 squared to the power of 1 over 2 squared. And we continue. Times 8 is 2 cubed, 1 over 2 cubed, and so on. And by power rule, we know a to the m to the n equal to a to the mn. So we know it is equal to 2 to the power of 1 over 2 times 2 to the power of 2 over 2 squared times 2 to the power of 3 over 2 cubed. Next one is 2 to the power of 4 over 2 to the 4, and so on. The next rule is a to the m times a to the n is a to the m plus n. So we can apply it and say it is equal to 2 to the power of 1 over 2 plus 2 over 2 squared plus 3 over 2 cubed, and so on. So we should find the power. The power is what? 1 over 2 plus 2 over 2 squared plus 3 over 2 cubed plus 4 over 2 to the 4. I want to teach you a method to calculate things like this. You write all terms only once. Then you start from second term next time. Then you start from third this term. Then you start from this term, and so on. And we know, if you consider, for example, s equal to 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 squared plus 1 over 2 cubed, and so on, if I multiply s by 2, it will be 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 squared, and so on. And if I subtract these two terms, s equal to 1. Okay, now if we use it here, the first one is 1. The first one is this one over 2, 1 over 2. The next one is s over 4. By definition of s, it's 1 over 4 or 1 over 2 squared. The next one is 1 over 2 cubed. And as you can see, again, this part is s. And again, s is 1. So sum of them, 1, this one, plus this one equal to 2. Now, we go back here. Power is 2. 2 squared, which is 4. So the answer of this problem is 4. If you had questions, send message to my WhatsApp number. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell, and like the video. Thanks. Bye.